Where am I?
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of this thing that we do.
Yeah. Sorry, I picked something up and there's like a white powder underneath it. What the
Is it
fuck?
perhaps anthrax from Al-Qaeda?
I think it's flour.
How close is your kitchen to this setup?
It's like it's over there. The thing I had was in the kitchen though, so it doesn't taste like flour, but it doesn't taste like anything else. So we'll see how it goes.
Probably.
I probably should not have eaten that.
Probably fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine. What else would it be?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, dust from your ceiling or something.
Yeah.
Your ceiling's just crumbling.
God, I wish it just crumbled and just killed me right now, live on the air. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not live, but
I mean, that would suck for our Patreon.
whoa! I was gonna see if we could segue into it. I'm glad you picked that up.
I figured it out.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
We got a Patreon.
We did a Patreon, and there's tiers that are better than other podcasts Patreons.
I still have yet to actually look at what the tiers are.
I don't know how to look at what they are.
I typed in. Oh god, this sucks. I typed in Patreon Bad Boy Crimes, and we are not the first list, or at all on the first page.
If you search Bad Boy Crimes, I think we're there. Yeah. First thing, if we search Bad Boy Crimes, if we have Patreon.
But if you had Patreon, it fucks it up.
Interesting. Missing boy must include boy. Okay, still not on there.
Oh god. This shouldn't be that hard. This should not be this difficult.
Yeah,
Great content. Us just Googling our own podcast. Amazing.
And not finding it.
Wow, I just searched Patreon and Patreon like a fucking idiot. Bad boy. Okay.
We did it.
Wait.
I don't know. I think I have to be logged the fuck out.
Okay, I figured it out. There's tiers.
Yeah, I made tiers.
Yeah.
Basically,
$5 for the bonus episodes that are weekly, folks. Those weekly eps.
is it? I thought we were just gonna do like, what is $1?
$1 was nothing.
You don't even get the bonus apps for $1.
Oh no, yeah, actually, yeah, you get any amount of money gets you access to the bonus episodes.
Yeah.
And then you get
$5. I forget
Sorry,
what I
lied.
did.
I couldn't read.
I forget what I could view the page. That's what I would like to do. No, this is not what I want. Do I click become a patron? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Weekly bonus episodes, $1. $5. We're gonna do behind the scenes content. Perhaps that will include like a
video feed, maybe, if you guys want it.
If you really want it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might do, I don't know, probably like clips, just video clips. We're not going to do a whole video episode.
Yeah.
So that's $5. It'll be behind the scenes. Maybe I'll do like a screenshot of what editing the podcast looks like.
Because maybe
I'll do a commentary on the theme song.
We should do an episode where we listen to an episode and then hit pause and say, okay.
Here's what I was actually.
This is what we were thinking which is basically just occurring to me saying, I don't hate women. Unpause.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, I don't hate women.
Yeah,
that'd be a good director's commentary.
That's a good idea, and me way do that.
Me way do
We-
that.
We
should
may
hit
do
$10 tier and throw the deleted episodes up there.
that. Yeah, maybe.
Like something high enough that nobody would.
That's already 5.
Yeah, true.
And then we have $7. You get bonus eps, behind the scenes, whatever we just described, and you can request a story for a future episode, a crime.
Ooh, you, the viewer, are put into the director's chair. How exciting! It's what everybody's really wanted.
Freaking hard this shit is.
Yeah, especially because I don't know. Like we try and do. I talk about this like this is some sort of fucking institution that we give a shit. We don't, but I feel like we do put in a non-zero amount of effort into finding crimes that are, off the beaten path a little bit
Of interest.
Yeah, and it is hard.
Every crime that they tell you about is like brutally violent and sad.
Yeah,
That's every crime.
that's all of them.
Just Google crime, and you're not gonna get Osama bin Laden the elephant. That's not on
You're
page
not going
one.
to get the Mystery Man of 21 Faces. Go
That's
back and
not
listen
on
to that
page
episode.
one of Googling crime.
Or the Italian cannibal lady, which is still kind of violent, but, in a fun way.
Yeah, it's like,
We keep it light.
she's a serial killer, but she's Italian, so she has to make it about food.
That's racist. I'm offended.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Dude, apparently DJ Pauly D from the Jersey Shore was in Austin last night.
Did you say what up?
I didn't know about it.
You didn't know about the situation at hand?
Yeah. Good one. See, this would be a behind the scenes moment because you would have seen me look up at the camera and just kind of blankly stare and then go, mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Great.
You named a character on the show.
But it was his joke. It was a joke. So
it was just a little gaff.
a little bit of humor for the folks at home. You're welcome. Ooh, that sounded satisfying. What kind of bev you got?
I have an aha.
That sounds so gay.
The only drinks I have right now
Sparkling
are,
berry thing.
yeah, it's good. What flavor is this? Sparkling water, and that's not the flavor. Blueberry pomegranate, no sweeteners. You gotta watch those sugars.
I mean, sure, yeah.
You could have seen that if that was the 2-minute clip that I decided to pick for the Patreon episode, but this is a regular episode,
so you don't get that.
You don't get it. The clips are probably only going to be from the Patreon episodes, so you're going to get double content. But
unless you vote, I mean, you decide.
Who's to say?
Yeah. So
maybe we'll do a poll for if you support the Patreon, you get to decide if we do video episodes or not.
Yeah. So right, but it'll be for patrons only, not like the other poll we did.
Yeah, which was free for all.
Yeah. Anyway, how you been? What happened in the last week?
I was friggin' vibing, dude. I went to the caves.
Oh yeah, you said you were spelunking. Yeah, how was that?
It was all right. I had a really good time, but the caves were like open air caves. Like it's like a convertible cave with the top down.
Yeah, so you weren't like, were you like claustrophobic? Like, because not that I am, but I would not want to go spelunking where you're like crawling in between little crevices. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't mind just going into a cave, but I wouldn't call that spelunk. I don't know what is spelunking. I know it involves caves.
It involves caves.
Yeah,
that's like where I went. It was largely just like 40-foot rock walls,
cool,
with an open ceiling.
So that's Oh, that's not really a cave.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a
yeah.
lot of fun. It was a great time, but I want to be like embedded in the darkness.
Yeah. If you're seeing the sun when you're in a cave,
Yeah.
something is wrong.
Yeah. They may be more accurately described as caverns. I'm not.
I still feel like a cavern.
You got to be enclosed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a rock formation,
Yeah.
Or maybe
cool.
it was a cave and like the ceiling fell out. I don't know.
The floor did seem like it was a ceiling at one point. It was a lot of jagged rocks.
Yeah. So maybe.
Who's to say?
I've been in some caves in like Arizona. There's a lot.
I would like to go into like a bear cave with no bear in it, preferably.
And just hang out.
Yeah, just hang out.
I mean, the caves I was in were like fucking deep. Like you're going down into the earth and it's cold and it's dark and it's wet.
Yeah. That's what I want. And then I play my own music.
Yeah. And people and then there's a gift shop at the end. That's the best part.
Oh yeah. I love gift shops.
Dude, me too. That's
As much as I like deride capitalism, consumerism is my biggest hobby.
Yeah, that's the case for most people I've found. Being on the apps, you kind of know what everybody's up to because they're like, this is my favorite thing to do. And I'm like, wow, you're all the same.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I love that. Fine. I'm not implying all women are the same and they're all boring. I would never imply that. Let the record show that is not what I'm implying.
But all people are the same.
All people. I'm sure guys are doing the same fucking thing. And I'm just not.
And we're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you offended by that? I get why I would be offended.
Why would you be offended by that?
Freaking got him, dude.
Whoa. All right. Oh man. I went to an art exhibit last night.
That rules.
It really, really didn't.
No.
And granted, I didn't go for the right reasons. I didn't go with an open mind and open heart.
You have to do that part.
Yeah. Well, part of it was that I was sprucing up the YouTube channel a little bit, and I had my friend. I'm not going to name him, but you know who I'm talking about. He does the thumbnails sometimes. Yeah. He did a new profile picture for the YouTube. Only to say new, he did it like last June, like 2020 June. So I had to do a lot of scrolling to get to it. Instead of just asking him to send it again, because I feel like that would have been annoying. And in that scrolling, there were a lot of screenshots of text conversations I was having with other people.
Yeah.
And that was rough. And it made me very sad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Because like, it would be one thing if I looked at that stuff on purpose to make myself sad.
Yeah, but when you just
stumble upon it, it's way worse.
Yeah. You're like, I just thought we were going to be making jokes in here. I forgot that we did this.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
The dark night of the soul, as
dude,
they say.
It was a dark. It wasn't even night. It was like 11 a.m. And then I went to see the new Nick Cage movie, Pig, which I can't talk about without like not spoiling it, but it's just better to go in blind, I think. But it is good, and it's 92 minutes, so there's no reason not to go see it. Other than money in theaters. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I liked it.
It's not in theaters here, I can tell you that.
I don't think it's in theaters in most places. It's a very small little movie,
Theaters just opened up here on Friday, so I've been...
Oh, shit, yeah. You can't even see Black Widow, man.
I could now.
Well, you don't want to.
No.
So then the art gallery, right. So I was going in in a sour mood, and I was going in with the purpose of like getting drunk off free wine. and
Okay.
and maybe
Getting
talking to
wasted
girls.
on Merlot.
Yeah, or actually just looking interesting enough that a girl would like talk to me, which is not
I think
it's
you
not the
gotta
right
look
attitude.
introspective.
Oh, I did. I looked very introspective. I had
You
a
just like
collared shirt on, button
you
down.
you look at a piece of art and you look like you're very sad about it, and then when they ask you why, you just say, "I don't want to talk about it."
I mean, yeah, I was looking sad at art, not because of
Yeah.
the art, just I was sad. Um, I didn't even end up drinking anything because it was just like canned wine, and I didn't like feel like dealing with it. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't,
I
but I
feel
just
like
wasn't
that's
in
how
the
you
mood.
get a hangover very quickly.
Yeah, I just wasn't vibing with the canned wine. The space was very small, and they had the artist there who was doing live art
That's
for
cool.
her exhibit. Yeah, it was something. Um, and she's doing some sort of like fucking chandelier looking thing, and it looked okay. Let's see if I can get a picture and show you kind of what it looks like. Can you see this? Oh shit, hold on.
No, that is a cat. Yeah, that's a chandelier thing.
Yeah, but you see it's like kind of
Yeah, it
fuck.
looks like it's made of hot dogs.
Very abstract. It's very like heavy paint strokes, very splotchy, very textural. Like because the paint was like fucking 3D. That's how much fucking
Yeah.
paint this lady was using.
That's a style.
It is a style, but sure. How much do you think something like that was going for there?
1,200.
That's lowballing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
they have their own gallery exhibit.
yeah.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, I guess. Well, so like she had a lot of stuff like that was even more abstract than that. That was clearly a chandelier. We can all agree
Yeah.
that looked like a chandelier. There's other stuff
All
she
of
had
us.
that was like fucking way splotchier. There's like generally like some women ones where I'm like, oh, that's a figure that looks feminine, so okay. But a lot of it was just splotchy, and they're all going for like between $4,000 and $6,000, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, that's art, baby.
Really? There's a huge one that was like, I don't know, at least like 6 feet wide.
Yeah.
And she didn't make this one; somebody else did, and it was basically like a very abstract bird that was just like tiled. Like it was just the whole thing was just this abstract bird, and that was like $60,000.
I'm into it.
I just don't. I'm like, I could just take a picture of this and recreate it at home. Like I could just forge this. Like it's even a fucking
Yeah.
what?
It's like anyone could do that, but guess who did?
Guess who did? Some person.
Some guy.
And this is $60,000.
That's like the Tenacious D song where Jack Black plays a single string and he just plays one note on his guitar over and over again.
Yeah.
And he's like, anyone could have made this song, but I made it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't argue with that, really.
That is kind of my my music / YouTube career. Anybody could be doing these videos.
Yeah.
But I am.
Yeah. That's fair.
Although, you know what? Fuck it. My videos are better than average. My
Yeah.
Pokemon videos are good. Fuck
I like
fuck
your
the-
Pokemon videos.
Fuck the haters. Fuck the people on Twitter. I should say this for the bonus. I'm going to say this for the bonus.
Okay.
Because
Anyway, art is good.
I guess. I don't know.
I went to the Art Gallery of Ontario once,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of old paintings there.
I like old paintings.
I hate old paintings. I don't get it. I like the Renaissance portraits. I just don't fucking get it.
I mean, I don't
take a
think they
picture,
look
dude.
good.
Just get a Polaroid.
They would have if they had them.
Yeah, like that's the thing is you're just replacing, or not replacing, but you're like just making up for the lack of having cameras. When like there's nothing interesting about that. Now that we have cameras, it's like why would you ever do that?
Yeah. I mean, but they
And they're all like wearing fucking military uniforms and shit. And it's just an old white dude sitting in a chair. And that's every fucking painting. Like, this sucks. And then I get to the modern art section, and there's just like an 8-foot diameter sculpture of a hamburger. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Floor burger. Awesome. Love it.
yeah.
Not an agreement at all. Modern art's a lot cooler.
It depends, you know. I think some, like, I hate being like the guy who's like, oh, my 5-year-old, not that I have a 5-year-old, but if I did have a 5-year-old, my 5-year-old could do this, you know, like just looking at something, be like, this is it's a red square with like a black dot on it. And like,
I think a lot of modern art, I don't get it. And the thing is, like, I think a lot of modern art is like tax fraud.
Yeah.
Where there's an artist who's like, I'm gonna paint like an entire canvas one shade of blue. Yeah. And then that gets appraised by their friend, the museum docent. Yeah. Who's like, this is worth $20 million. And then they sell it to a millionaire for $20 million. And then he donates it to that museum and gets a $20 million tax credit.
Maybe so, man.
Like, that does happen. And I think that's a lot of modern art. But some of it, the cool stuff, IMO, very cool.
I'm like, because I hate like super abstract shit that just looks bad. But I think I equally hate when, like, and this happens a lot on Reddit, so I think it's because of the kind of people who are on Reddit, when like you'll see something get like upvoted, and so that I end up seeing it like when I'm scrolling, and it's like, you know, just some like photorealistic drawing or painting or something of like something that's just like whatever, and I'm like, cool craftsmanship, but like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, like, I can tell that this took like
a ton of effort,
hours
and a lot of talent to make that, but like this, my only thought is neat.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
I respect like very complex sculptures. Yeah. I think that's cool. Because that's like, there's something to that, you know? It's not just like a digital painting you did in Photoshop, which still takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of skill. But like those old sculptures that have like mesh netting in them, you ever see those?
Maybe.
Find it on your own time. But there's like a naked lady, and she's holding like a fishing net. And the fishing net is yeah. And it's like rippling. Very cool.
And it's all fucking cool. Stone, yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah. I don't
respect that.
There was like something also at the gallery that I don't know who made because it didn't have a fucking label on it, but it was like a bust. And like, it was just made of mirrors. It was like a bust of like a lady. And it was just like mirrors, but like for the front half, and there wasn't anything on the back. And like, I get that it's probably, and they're all like like it's near fragments. So you could do something about like shattered vanity, sort of, you know, this vain feminine ideal, whatever. It's something speaking to that. And I'm just so fucking bored. You know what I mean?
I like that, actually.
I mean,
it's like you ever wanted to be a sculpture? Now you are, because there's a mirror. And it's like you see yourself in the art, you know?
I just think that's so fucking I don't know. Like,
you ever listen to Michael Jackson? Man in the Mirror?
I hate that song. I really think it's a shitty song. But people probably like it for the lyrics, and I don't like music for lyrics.
Yeah, you don't know what lyrics.
I like sounds. And it doesn't sound great. It's fine, but you know, Michael Jackson's got some bangers, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack. It's fucking great.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did, but like also he's like uncredited. It's weird. There's like a whole thing.
He did a lot of uncredited things, I think.
I think it's why there like hasn't been like Like, I think there's a lot of legal bullshit involved with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that keeps. It's weird. There's a whole lot of weird stuff with it.
Has Michael Jackson had a posthumous album? I don't think so.
Prince did, right?
Yeah, I think Prince did. A lot of new artists that are dying have.
Avicii did. I have it on vinyl.
That's very cool. Pop Smoke just had a posthumous album come out. Juice WRLD had 2, I think.
R.I.P.
Tupac had like 7.
Oh, you know what's art that I hate? It's fucking like a fruit that looks like a vagina or something.
Georgia O'Keeffe, you're not a fan?
Well, it's like I don't know. Like maybe I've just been in
The
art
one
classes.
female artist that I can name, you're not a fan?
No, I'm not.
What are the odds?
No, I don't know, like, because I've taken like art classes in college and stuff, and like there's always somebody who's like, I'm gonna make something, but I'm gonna make it look like a vagina.
Yeah,
and that's the bit, and I'm like,
I've
seen 300 of these, and also this is not deep or interesting. This is not an interesting thought. Like maybe I'm just a fucking asshole. I don't know.
You might be,
but maybe I also have a point too. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive.
That's true. I am into Salvador Dali.
He's cool.
I think he's very good. I went to the Salvador Dali Museum.
Where?
He's got a lot of work. It's in Florida somewhere.
Ew, Florida.
St. Petersburg. Not in Russia.
I was like, I've been playing a lot of Pandemic recently, so I'm very familiar with St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that's in Russia, but the city in Florida state. It's got the Salvador Dali Museum, and he has like 20 by 20 feet paintings.
That's cool.
And they're intricate. And I'm like, you know what, dude? This fucking rules.
Yeah.
And he's got the Abraham Lincoln one. Have you seen the Abraham Lincoln one?
No.
Everyone at home, if you're driving, if you're at work, whatever, stop what you're doing. Google Salvador Dali, Abraham Lincoln, and you'll be like, damn, dude, this guy rules. And he's got a mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. I just pointed at myself.
For no reason.
No. I have a mustache.
I know. I was just like, what if I just don't acknowledge it? The coach now has a mullet and a mustache, in case everyone was curious. If you haven't seen him in a minute. That's bonus content for the Patreon, baby.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna get fans. Just people will be like, "Wow, he looks bad."
But you also have an interesting shirt.
I do. I'm gonna have to start wearing fun shirts to these.
I guess I could also do that.
I have all these fucking cool shirts, and I never get to wear them because I don't go anywhere, and I can't wear this to work.
Yeah. I also feel that way.
You know, there's nothing wrong with this shirt. It just says "Eat healthy," and a skeleton's eating some fruit.
Okay, spoilers,
but it's a nice shirt. It's a positive message.
I like the color.
Yeah.
I like the color palette of the graphic.
Yeah, no, it's good.
This is good art critique. I mean, you have mild knowledge about art.
I do technically.
Technically, you were educated.
I do have some art knowledge.
I have zero art knowledge. I've just been to an art gallery or two.
Yeah, I used to really like going to the. Richmond has the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, which is really cool, and they had this like one exhibit that was like Chinese stuff, like ancient Chinese art, which was really neat. And then I've been to the whatever art museum they have in DC. That one's really cool. And it has a nice cafeteria. Actually, so does the best part about an art museum is if it has a cafeteria, it's usually banging, or like a restaurant or something. They're good. That's a pro tip.
I believe it. I don't think that I've experienced it.
Oh, you got to go to an art museum that serves food. It's good.
Oh, you know what I did? And it was good. I really like the atmosphere in the cafetorium.
Yeah.
It was a good atmosphere.
You know, they should have, because I like art, but I like art in the sense that I like buying books that are full of art from video games.
Very cool.
Like concept art fucking rules, man. Put that in a museum.
It's in a book.
I would pay $4,000 for like a fucking portrait of like some bae from Final Fantasy 14, you know? I would pay for that. I'm not going to pay for some stupid splotches.
I wouldn't pay for splotches, but if you're doing like an abstract something,
yeah, I mean, if it, I don't
know,
it depends. If it speaks to you, just nothing speaks to me because I guess I'm like dead inside. I don't know.
My favorite artist, Jan Wheeler. Jan Wheeler, if you're listening, your art is too expensive, but
it's good.
I want it.
What does Jan Wheeler made?
She's got a very specific style, and I think that it rules. All of her paintings are like kind of the same.
There's a lot of Jan Wheelers out there.
You got to go to her website, janwheeler.com.
Yeah. Oh, I do like this. This is nice.
It's great. Yeah. They're big. I saw that.
Yeah, I would pay for this. I would pay for this for sure.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's still relatively cheap.
It's got a dreamlike quality to it.
Absolutely. So Jan Wheeler, if you're listening, please sponsor the podcast.
Yeah. I wonder if now that we have a Patreon, we can start getting in some of those ad reads, you know? Because now we're legitimate.
Yeah, now we have a distinct ad-free episode. So now this one has to have ads in it. Right?
Oh, true, yeah. Or we could just do ads in both.
I feel like that's a little bit intellectually dishonest to the listeners.
Well, Coward Hour did under 510 ads and everything up until the end.
And look what happened to them.
It's true. Yeah, they're under 510 bought out Brendan. And yeah. Rip.
Close personal friend of the cast, Brendan Crick. He was
very sorry that he died.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We could do ads. One of the original ideas for this podcast was to do fake ad reads.
Was it?
Like, before we had the concept of true crime, I was like, what if we just, like, instead of doing a real ad, just explained that other podcasts do real ads, and they're getting paid more for doing technically less content. Because, like, 3 minutes of it is a scripted ad read about Blue Apron.
I would love to do a 3-minute scripted ad read about Blue Apron, man.
Me too, man. They're getting cash for that.
Yeah.
They're getting fucking paid and laid for that. And they're doing 3 minutes less of the podcast. So I was like, we should do 3 minutes of a fake ad read where we're just, or not even a fake ad read, just like, this is where the ads would be. So we're not going to be funny or interesting for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah. I would love to do
something to skip over.
A video episode where we have to stop the middle of the episode for you to pull out like Magic Spoon or something and talk about how I love this cereal. I would really I just want Magic Spoon to send me some products so I could try it.
Yeah.
And then I would gladly do that in exchange for an ad read.
If you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a girl in the industry, please hit us up.
I wonder if I just DM Magic and be like, can I do an ad read for you on my podcast?
I don't even know what it is. I've never heard of it.
Well, Magic Spoon, let me tell you. It's a cereal that's like made of like milk protein stuff, so it's like keto friendly.
Just beep all this out.
This isn't an ad read. I'm just explaining a product. I'm not saying if it's good or bad because I don't know because I haven't tried it.
Magic Spoon.
Magic Spoon.
Tell me what it is first before
It's a cereal.
Okay.
And like cereals are normally made of grains, but theirs are made of like whey protein. So
Okay.
it's like no
Interesting.
carbs. There's 4 net carbs or whatever. And it comes in
Listen.
all of your classic cereal flavors.
Magic Spoon, sponsor this podcast, or for the next 4 episodes, I'm only talking about corn pops. I'm gonna plug the shit out of corn pops.
Dude, corn pops rule though.
Hell yeah, that's
They're
just a
great.
taste, Magic Spoon.
Yeah.
That's just fucking taste what it's gonna be like.
Holding companies hostage.
It's
Please
just like
please just send me a box and I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want. Just send me a box so I don't have to fucking spend the money to try it. I would buy it in the store if they had it in the store, but I have to order it.
Look, bubbly. First of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, I'm drinking a nice aha right now. It's a bubbly. If you want me to rescind those statements, just slide into the DMs.
I don't know if this is a winning strategy.
That's fair. I did have the idea. Let's just go into our marketing ideas. I did have the idea of aggressively marketing something. Just like, how about you fucking and your bloodline, you swine, also fly Delta. It's just like,
Okay. No, I don't know.
it gets your attention. Imagine if there was like a YouTube ad. I was going to say a TV commercial, but a YouTube ad that was just like, hey, you suck and everyone you know hates you. Use Colgate toothpaste. You'd be like, interesting. Maybe they're onto something.
I don't think anybody would think that.
All right. Strike one. How about this idea? A graveyard where you can write anything on the tombstones.
I mean, I could get into that, but I don't like the idea of graveyards. I think everybody should be cremated.
I think everybody should be fired into the sun, personally, but people are being buried. Like I can't stop that.
Well, we should stop it. It's wasteful.
It is extremely wasteful of our one natural resource.
Yeah.
Wooden boxes.
Yeah, that's it.
Is the old bait and switch.
I'm familiar.
A lot of graveyards have a lot of censorship on their tombstones, and they don't advertise that.
What do you want
Like,
written on your
imagine-
tombstone?
This guy fucking sucks. I'm glad he's dead. You can't write that on a normal tombstone, but our graveyard, anything you want.
Yeah.
Just like leave it unnamed. Just be like, whoever's buried here, fucking blows. I hate them. I'm glad they're dead. And then like no one knows who it is. No one knows when they died.
But they're like,
No-
man, this guy was an asshole.
Yeah.
Or-
and then
Somebody really hates a good person. And there's a little fun mystery there. You don't know.
yeah, maybe that could be on a future true crime podcast, not by us, because presumably we will be in the grave. Because we are both good people that a lot of people hate.
Yeah. I don't know who hates you. I mean, I know people hate me. And I'm also not a good person. I'm not a bad person. I'm just very neutral.
And then alternatively, also, instead of being hateful on the tombstone,
Mm-hmm.
you just advertise. You sell your tombstone to the...
You're really on an advertising kick recently. What's going on?
I want to make money without having a real job.
Okay.
I've been unemployed for almost a month now, and I'm just like, maybe if I just sell my tombstone.
Oh, God, it really has been almost a month, hasn't it?
Hell yeah, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's like if I just sell my tombstone to
Coca-Cola.
I don't know, fucking Domino's. Or like a local grief counselor therapist. Just have their phone number on my tombstone.
That's pretty good. The suicide hotline.
I'll sell my tombstone to the suicide hotline. $8,000. Permanent fucking prime real estate advertising.
Yeah. Do you get the $8,000 now or after you die?
I get it now, obviously.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
I just realized I think our audio files are very fucked up.
Really? Why?
I think so.
They
I
look
don't
fine
know. You're
online.
watching the waveforms?
Yeah.
Mine are moving a lot faster than yours.
Mine
Mine are passing yours.
Really?
Do you see that?
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's fine.
It looks like they're going at the same speed. So I think this is like last week where mine was all fucked up and I didn't have them at all.
All right.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. I may have to do a lot of editing,
Probably
which
not.
I hate.
I don't think.
I'd
I
have to
think it's
do-
probably just the interface looks bad and not,
The interface is bad.
which is fine.
It's fine. I have had to do a lot of editing on certain episodes where I have to add like 20 seconds of silence to one of our tracks to get them to sync up.
No.
That's fine. I'll figure it out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday. I gotta figure it out today.
Or just like very early tomorrow.
Yeah. No one will notice.
Yeah,
It goes up an hour late.
Well, I mean, I don't know. People listen, like, the Discord's popping at like 3 a.m. on a Monday, and I'm like, the fuck's like, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true. That does happen. The Discord's popping. Hop in the Discord. All right. We're approaching the end. I have a 45-minute long true crime. So.
Do you?
No, I have a very short one.
Great. Same. I love this new tendency where we talk about something for 40, like we just talk for 40 minutes and then we like quickly cram in 2 stories at the end.
Yeah.
Holding everybody's attention hostage. All the people who listen that are like, oh, I just really love true crime.
You're going to love
All the girls
this.
I tell about this podcast do. I'm just like, yeah, I co-host a true crime podcast. They have to sit for 40 minutes.
We should do one episode where we start right away with the crime.
Yeah.
And then that's the only one that you show anybody.
Yeah. I think
Just
if
like,
I send
hello, everyone,
anybody
this
an
is Bad
episode,
Boy Crimes, and we're going to talk about Elliot Smith's suicide. I would like to talk about Elliot Smith's suicide,
Who?
but not this week.
Who is Elliot Smith?
He was a singer songwriter, played a guitar. He had very sad songs, and then he committed suicide.
That tracks.
Yeah. Except it doesn't. And we will go into that perhaps in a future episode if I don't forget. I have been meaning to do an Elliot Smith episode for probably 8 months. So,
Buddy.
I forget a lot. Okay, so anyway, because I was in the mountains, in the caverns,
Yeah.
I went on a vacation.
Yeah.
This past week. I decided to do a mountain crime because I thought that would be fun. I was in the mountains, had some great views, and then I found the Notorious Mountain Men on KSL.com, which is a Utah local news outlet, I believe. And the first thing in this article says, this archived news story is available only for your personal, non-commercial use. So
no ads, baby.
no ads. Information in this story may be outdated or superseded by additional information. So we don't even know if this is a true crime.
Really stretching the limit of what a true crime podcast can be.
Yeah.
We've been doing that since day one, baby.
We're challenging the form. And you know what? That's how you evolve as an artist.
Yeah. We are artists for this podcast.
It's true. I'm an artist. I have my own projects in the works.
Same, kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, Utah, what happened?
So
or it
Utah,
didn't happen,
Salt
we
Lake
don't know.
City. We don't know. So this article came out 2013. In the past week, 2 mountain men have emerged from the woods to be tried on suspicion of various crimes. History is fraught with people who escaped civilization, allegedly in some cases, committing crimes along the way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Wild West.
So this fun little story, mountain crimes, always fun, affectionately nicknamed the Cookie Bandit.
Like the Cookie Monster?
Yeah,
Do you steal a cookie from the cookie jar?
We're about to find out. Joseph Henry Burgess. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying your full name because this crime may be false. But you were 62 12 years ago, so... Oh, also you're dead. Never mind. I thought that was the name of the Cookie Bandit, but that is the name of a man who was murdered. Joseph Burgess, 62, killed in July 2009, shootout with New Mexico police. So he was suspected of being the famed New Mexico Cookie Bandit. Can you imagine you were the Cookie Bandit and you died in a shootout with the police? What a wild time.
If you say, I'm just stealing cookies, man, the fuck?
He apparently lived in the wild for a decade. Ooh, I'm jealous. So he would break into cabins in the mountains near Albuquerque, and he would steal cookies. So I think that's a little bit selling it short, because if you're living in the wilderness, you're not just eating like he's stealing their like soup
all their
shit.
food and also cookies
and like also like I don't know, camping supplies and stuff.
Yeah,
like probably taking a shower there. Do they have showers?
Shit.
Yeah. But like they single out cookies. It's like he's taking the cookies. Which sure, why not?
Yeah.
So the deputies they set up a sting with a mountain cabin, and they were staking it out. And he breaks in, and he breaks in and immediately shoots a cop, killing him. Which ACAB, baby.
Nice.
I mean, they're literally like setting up a stakeout to stop a homeless man from getting food.
Good.
A little bit. maybe rethink who you're serving and protecting. Officer, you're not named because go fuck yourself. A little harsh.
You're wilding out, man.
This man was killed in the line of duty. Go fuck yourself.
And drink Coke.
Yep.
That's a joke. For legal reasons.
For legal reasons.
A bit. This is parody.
This story isn't even true, so don't come for me. He was suspected of being involved in 2 of the Bay Area's most mysterious. I didn't know mysterious was like a spectrum.
Yeah, because something can be like a mild mystery, and something could be like, whoa, like I don't know what is going on.
Does that depend on the stakes?
I think it depends on the stakes. I think it also depends on, someone's...
Like, is it more of a mystery? If the same thing happens, but it leads to a death or it leads to a serious injury, is the death more mysterious?
I think it depends from person to person.
All right. 2004, shooting of a young Midwest couple who were camping on a beach.
Nice. I mean, it's not nice.
It's nice that they were camping on a beach.
Yeah, that's cool.
And 1972 killings of of two campers on a beach in Vancouver instead of the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
His fingerprints have been matched to the 1972 killings, and the 2004 killings not a match.
Uh-oh.
And that is the Cookie Bandit.
That was it?
a 5-time murderer.
All right.
Really, the cookies are a very small part of that crime. But I like that he was just a 62-year-old who was like, this man's stealing cookies. Get him. They didn't know he was a murderer until they caught him killing a cop.
Uh-oh.
So, like, they're legitimately doing a stakeout because people's their cabin in the woods, their second house, was robbed of cookies. And they're like, let's set up a fucking police stakeout on this guy.
And the joke was on them, I guess.
Yeah.
Kapow.
This is where if I still had my soundboard, I would do
yeah, or
a drum set walks off a cliff,
you do something about that yee ass haircut you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the soundboard.
Patrons, go vote if you want the soundboard back. Just kidding. It doesn't exist.
I mean, like, I could do it. It's just like...
It's just a pain in the ass.
It's the same amount of work it was to set up the first time I set it up.
That was a lot. That was a decent amount of work. Who cares? Who cares? Let's talk about crimes. The people are here.
The people are here for the crimes.
Yeah. So
I understand you have a crime that relates to pure emotional intelligence.
Oh, yeah, it's pure emotional intelligence, all right. In a lot of ways, your crime is also about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Can you?
That was. If this was a bonus episode. Hello.
It's my wife, everybody. She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's
She
gonna
also
believe
couldn't
that.
hear me.
So- No, it's too late.
Okay, bye.
She picked up on the mic, so.
Perfect.
Very cool.
True
We can
wife.
now confirm that Skillshy does have a wife.
It has not been a fib.
Yeah.
Would be a good extended bit.
I should do that. Be like, just keep telling lies about finding the love of my life. Whereas, like, you just see me every week and my partner's just getting shittier and shittier. And, like, I'm alone. So,
I mean,
what's happening currently?
yeah, that's also happening to me, but I do have a wife at the same time.
Yeah, so that makes it a little different. Yeah, he flashed up his wedding ring just to flex on me.
I mean, you could buy a wedding ring. They're very cheap on Amazon.
That is true. I should do that and then use that to manipulate women who want to sleep with married men. Because then I feel like...
Or tell them that
morally
your wife
that's
died.
a wash. That too. I shouldn't... I'm kidding. This is a joke. I'm kidding. All right, so the crime. This is about... the criminal is our good friend Mark Redwine, and his son Dylan was last seen alive on November 18th, 2012.
Oof.
So that's
Been a minute.
A rough time. And the two did not get along. And the son was sent to Mark because of like a custody battle with his ex-wife, as happens with divorced parents.
It's true.
Very sad.
That does happen.
Yeah. And they would fight. and apparently old Dylan went missing.
How old is old Dylan?
I don't know if it says. Oh, 13. He was 13.
Okay, so young Dylan.
Young Dylan, the young lad. Yeah. So, Mark had reported Dylan missing, as any father would do.
Sure.
But the police were like, "Is he missing?" Because they found like blood in multiple locations in Mark's living room from Dylan's blood. The floor in front of the couch, the corner of the coffee table, on the floor beneath the rug, and a love seat, according to a statement. Yeah, so blood everywhere. And Mark's girlfriend had said that, well, young Dylan had cut his finger and bled everywhere.
Oops.
And then
Just a paper cut.
like a year later, a cadaver dog found some of young Dylan's remains less than 10 miles from Mark's house, which is a baka sussy imposter, if you ask me.
It is something.
The imposter is sus, let me assure you. And then also the dog was like, hey, I can smell Dylan in this house. So like,
He was here.
he was
a
here.
Cadaver.
Yeah. Well, cadavers smell different. Okay. So and then it took another 2 years for them to find his skull.
You kind of need a skull.
Yeah. So Mark's defense team was like, well, Dylan ran away and he was attacked by a bear or a mountain lion or something.
And then the bear buried him 6 feet deep.
But then, Mark was seen driving an ATV down the same road where Dylan's remains would be found, like days before the search party went to go look for the body. So, okay. They also found blunt force trauma to Dylan's skull. So, like, probably not a bear. Bears are not carrying hammers, typically.
I mean, they might.
Could they? They don't have thumbs.
They have big paws.
They could two-hand a hammer. Like
they could carry it with their paw.
Like that. Or yeah. Like a Sith situation.
Can you imagine if animals figured out like human weaponry?
Yeah, they did. There's a whole boss in Dark Souls about it.
The documentary Dark Souls.
It is. When the world is ending, they're gonna be like, "Wow, Dark Souls is real." We'll have to link the fire,
Firelink Shrine, I get it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
All right, everybody. Just an FYI, I am posting currently right now, before the episode is out, a behind-the-scenes look at this episode.
I don't like this.
Only for $5 and up.
Is it a me?
It's a both of us.
Oh God. I don't like this.
But it will have your lovely shirt in it. It's got me making a face.
Yeah. I hope it's a good clip and not one where I'm a bad person.
It is a still image. It's fine.
Okay. So, prosecutors were eventually like, Mark clearly fucking did this. He clearly murdered his son. And then now there's things get a little sussy, a little bit more complicated. Because this indictment that there's been referenced to all the time, this article said that old Mark had reacted violently when Dylan's older brother Corey challenged Mark about compromising photos.
So is this child pornography?
Oh no. So they still don't really. They're still trying to figure out what happened, right? Oh shit! I just got moved off the fucking article. That's really annoying.
I think we get it.
Yeah, no. But well, I'm getting to the punchline. So the issue was that the reason why Mark did all this, right? Clearly, Mark did it, but what was the motive? Right? What was the motive? Well, back to those compromising photos. Old Dylan found photos of Mark wearing a red bra and eating feces from a diaper.
Interesting.
So who's the real criminal?
Probably the murderer.
Probably the murderer, yeah.
If I had to guess, the man who killed his child.
Who's to say? It's not fun. Yeah, but you know, Mark was a weirdo.
Maybe the photos were taken under duress.
No, the photos he was taking of himself doing this stuff, and the kid just found them.
All right.
So, you know, if you're going to eat shit from a diaper, maybe don't take pictures.
Yeah.
That's my advice, you know.
Yeah, it might get you killed.
Well, no, it might drive you to kill somebody who finds them.
That's also true.
Yeah. Don't snoop. Don't take pictures of yourself eating shit.
Everybody snoops. Am I right, folks?
Why are you looking at me? I don't snoop.
I thought you would enjoy the reference to the children's novel.
Oh, everybody
nonfiction.
poops.
Yeah, it's a nonfiction novel from my childhood.
I never read it or had it read to me.
Yeah, same. I just remember that it exists.
It I guess does exist.
And that's fine. And I'm not going to
do anything about it. Yeah. But a lot of emotional intelligence went along in that.
You got to know.
Murdering your son is pure emotional intelligence.
You got to know when people are upset about stuff. You're like, look, somebody's going to be upset with what I've just done.
Yeah.
You got to be mindful of the consequences
it's
to your
all
actions.
about mindfulness. If there's one takeaway from this podcast, folks, it is mindfulness as a concept. Because I'd like to think I'm very mindful.
What's that meditation app? Is that called mindfulness? Mindful?
Sure, maybe. I don't use apps for meditating because I don't meditate.
I'm
always meditating, you know?
Also seems weird to use an app
to
meditate.
Do the thing. Yeah, it is kind of
stupid. It's
stupid.
famously doing nothing that they invented 8,000 years ago.
Yeah, and
anyway,
they invented the act of
doing nothing, which
up until then, people were doing stuff all the time. And someone was like, "Wait a minute, what if we just didn't?" People were like, "Bruh."
Nah, that's a job. If I could get paid to meditate, probably wouldn't do it because my brain's too active.
Yeah, dude, it kind of sucks. It's a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, new patreon.com/badboycrimes.
Yep.
That's the first time that we've mentioned the actual URL, I think.
Well, I think if you just search, not Google, but go to Patreon and then search Bad Boy Crimes, you'll find it that way.
Yeah, do not search on Google. It does not work.
Which is so weird. Maybe we just need to post more shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We have our first post out now. That's not a poll. Patreon Bad Boy Crimes. Let's see if we've gone up in the Social Blade rankings. No. The first thing is Crime Junkie Podcast. Do not listen to this podcast. Bad Boy MTG is creating Magic the Gathering videos on Patreon.
What the fuck is all this?
This sucks. What you need to do as a listener of the number one worst best true crime podcast that's good is, can you just like blacklist these Patreons? Like if you
Tell your
you
friends
block
about
it.
us. Also, for new people, because we have some new people,
Yeah.
give us a review on iTunes.
Old people also give us a review on iTunes.
Yeah,
Use your alt iTunes account.
because we
Do a meme review.
Yeah, as long as it's 5 stars, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, just do 5 stars and then like only talk about impressionist paintings.
Yeah,
Just don't mention the podcast. That's fine.
just tell us about your day. Just say I'm having a nice day.
What you can do is put a 5-star review, and then instead of reviewing the podcast or like saying like, wow, the hosts are so handsome and funny, just like put a link to your own Twitter.
Or your own podcast.
Or your own podcast. Now that's a guerrilla marketing, folks. I'm an advertiser. I'm gonna go into marketing.
Yeah, Skillshy, the new Don Draper.
I feel like Burger King would do that. They're known for doing
Weird shit.
just like rude marketing.
Yeah, I still love it when they said women belong in the kitchen. I was like, I know what you're saying, and I know that it comes off bad, but I mean, we've talked about it. It's just
we had a whole episode about that. And I would like to add to that episode that it was brought to my attention after that episode came out. Like they spent $2,000 on scholarships for women in the kitchen scholarships or whatever.
Yeah.
And like they ran full page newspaper ads all through the UK, which cost like, I don't know, $70,000.
We mentioned this.
I don't think we mentioned the cost of it. That like the scholarships was the least expensive part of that ad campaign.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
Folks,
we brought it up to follow up.
In the Discord, tell us who's right.
Tell us on the Patreon. $5 and up, you can answer the poll. Who is right?
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to reiterate, we have a Patreon. $1. $1
It
bonus
keeps you
episode.
tuned into the middle of the episode.
Just in case you forgot the tiers and the benefits. Bonus episodes for everybody. $5, you get behind the scenes content, which I have already posted. We've already done that. We've already fulfilled it. This episode might not even come out. The waveforms look real fucked up.
They look fine to me, man. They look
I think
totally normal.
I think it's because I keep full screening and not full screening the tab.
Oh, yeah, that might do it.
That might fuck it up.
I think it's fine. It's fine.
It's probably fine, folks. And then $7, you get to tell us what Cookie Bandit crime you want us to talk about.
And maybe we'll honor your request.
If it's good.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a right. You just get to request stuff. I'm not Spotify. I don't just play every request that comes my way. I'm an artist.
Yeah. And that's
Here's a
the show.
request. Here's a request. Stop the episode.
Yep.
Goodbye.